why do I do these videos? Why did I create this channel? Because for a while now, God has been kind of nudging me in this direction. There would be little nudges to do a video maybe on a lesson that I taught on a Wednesday night, or something that he revealed to me in my morning time with him. And then there were also kind of nudges to start doing videos about food and recipes and making dinner. And then came the day, probably about a month or so ago, where God just laid everything out, the complete plan for everything he wanted me to do with it. And he just like pushed me over the edge. He pushed me right into that plan and said, this is what I want for you. This is what I want you to do. So that same day, after talking to my husband and my children and kind of coming to terms with what he wanted, he had laid it out so much that he even had the name for the page and the first thing that I was going to talk about and the first thing that I was going to make. He had all of this laid out and ready for me. So after I had come to terms with it and I was alone in my kitchen, that is when the excuses came. That is when I was talking to God and I said, my lighting in here stinks. I don't know how to edit anything. I do not even like technology, so I don't want to learn how to edit anything. I am an extremely awkward person sometimes. I'm going to say something that I shouldn't. My face is going to do things that it shouldn't. I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. And it was like God came into my kitchen. He took my face in his hands and he looked at me. I could feel his presence so heavily. I started crying and he said, do you remember last October? You were at a ladies' retreat on the shore of a lake and y'all were praying for your friend. You were praying for your friend. There was a man watching. He came down to the shore and he started to pray for y'all and he called you Moses. Yep. God told me to stop being Moses, stop making excuses, and do what I said. I'll provide the way, you just do it. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing.